What if I told you this is a Khajiit, and this, and so is this? The Khajiit are one of the most unique races in the Elder Scrolls. They aren't simply cat people, in fact, depending on the moons, the phases of Massa and Secunda, they could be born as anything from what appears to be an ordinary house cat to towering tiger-like warriors. Today we're looking at every known Khajiit furstock, beginning with the smallest. We'll start with perhaps the most misunderstood of them all, the Alfiq. They look almost identical to an ordinary house cat. I mean, outsiders often mistake them for pets, but they are fully intelligent and capable of speech. I mean, a cat that talks blows the mind. Among the most naturally gifted spellcasters in Elsewhere, they also participate in politics, diplomacy, and magical study despite their size. Imagine underestimating what looks like someone's pet, only for it to start arguing with you in perfect Tamrielic before incinerating you with magic. The slightly larger Alfiq follows the same basic idea. It's a slightly larger build, still walks on 4 legs, is equally intelligent, better suited to travelling, and extremely rare in the lore of the Elder Scrolls. Moving toward more humanoid forms, we come to the Ohms. They barely resemble cats, they could almost pass for Bosma. They paint or tattoo feline features onto their face and are one of the rarest furstocks players encounter. Now, this is where the Ohms-Ra differs. It's more obvious feline appearance and it has human-like proportions, but it is still capable of blending into other societies, and it demonstrates how varied Khajiit can become. Now we're starting to reach the Khajiit that most people imagine, the Suthe. Now they have digitigrade legs, and they are agile travellers. Plus, they make excellent scouts, and although common throughout southern Elsewhere, they have grace over brute strength. The Suthe-Ra are the larger version. They have a stronger physique, still incredibly agile, and they are popular adventurers and warriors. If you've played Skyrim or Elder Scrolls Online, this is probably the Khajiit you're familiar with. They're the most common Khajiit found in Tamriel. They are balanced between agility and strength. They become mostly merchants, thieves, adventurers, and travelling caravans. The face of the Khajiit race across Tamriel. The Cathay-Ra are nicknamed the Jaguar Men. They are considerably taller than their Cathay counterparts, and they are elite warriors, often employed as bodyguards, and can be fast despite their larger size. Now, deep within the Tenma forest live some of the strangest Khajiit. Firstly, we start with Toje. They are halfling-sized, jungle specialists, and are masters of moving unseen. They are associated with mysterious magic and are called dancers in the dark. They are found in treetops and canopies. The Toje-Ra are slightly larger, better suited to long expeditions. They are excellent climbers and are rarely seen outside of their homeland of Elsewhere. Some Khajiit spend so much time in the trees that the forest floor is almost foreign to them. We are talking about the Daji. They are small tree-dwelling Khajiit. They live high in the canopy, and they are natural spellcasters, excellent climbers, and prefer forests over cities or towns. The Daji-Ra are slightly larger than the Daji. They are still arboreal, more physically capable, and magic remains central to their culture. Their villages, however, are often built amongst the trees. Now things become significantly larger. We are talking about the Palmer. They are tiger-like in appearance. They are powerful hunters and specialist predators in the dense jungles. and they have a much more animalistic appearance despite full intelligence. They are giant tigers, bigger than any you've seen before. Then comes one of the most intimidating Khajiit ever born. We are talking about the Senche-raht. They are giant Khajiit with massive strength, and they are the elite soldiers of the Khajiit and royal guards to the leader themselves. Despite their appearance, they're just as intelligent as every other Khajiit, and probably one of the easiest furstocks to mistake for a monster. Now we come to what most people think are simply mounts, but that's far from the truth. We are talking about the Senche. They are massive quadrupeds, and they are fully intelligent and can also speak. And some Khajiit are lucky enough to ride the Senche into battle, and they are very decisive as they choose whether to carry riders that are usually other Khajiit furstock. They are also seen as equal members in Khajiit society, and outsiders often misunderstand them. The Senche can be peaceful, but don't mistake the ferocity of this Khajiit. And now we reach the giants, the Senche-raht. They tower over ordinary Khajiit and can converse like anyone else. They are royal guardians and are battlefield champions. Some of the largest intelligent mortals in all of Tamriel. Yes, these are the battle beasts. They are used to move Khajiit, especially during wartime operations. A fully armoured Senche-raht charging into battle is something to behold, and despite their size, they are incredibly graceful Khajiit. They are often seen roaming and protecting the palace grounds. But there's one final Khajiit, one that stands apart from every furstock we've spoken about today, the main. Only one exists at any given time, and they are the spiritual leader of every Khajiit, no matter what furstock they are. They are not simply another furstock. They wear a headdress braided from the hair of devoted followers, usually from within the specific tribe they came from, and they represent the unity of all Khajiit. They are revered throughout elsewhere and beyond where Khajiit reside. The main is more than a king, he is the living embodiment of Khajiiti identity. So, we have spoken about all the Khajiit we know of, from tiny spell-casting Alfiq to towering Senche-raht. Every Khajiit begins the same way. Their destiny isn't determined by blood, wealth, or status, but by the dance of Massa and Secunda. Few races in fantasy have lore as imaginative or as diverse as the Khajiit. If you've enjoyed today's tale, join us by the campfire once more by subscribing. There are many more legends of Tamriel still waiting to be uncovered, adventurer. Until next time, may Joan and Jode guide your path. Safe travels on warm sands. Thank you.